Hi, Nick Houston here with Gotham Sound and Communications, and today I am joined by Glenn Sanders from Zaxcom with a new product announcement. Glenn, what do you have?
Hey, Nick. Great to be with you again. Just to get right into it, we call it the ZMT Phantom 4. While the Phantom 4 is identical in size to our other ZMT transmitters, it's a very different animal. Our focus for the ZMT4 was on minimizing power consumption and maximizing runtime and audio performance. We're excited to report that we have gained approximately 30% more runtime from our previous ZMT3 Phantom design, going from 4.5 hours average to about 6 hours average with lavs, and from 3.5 to 4.5 hours when working with Phantom-powered microphones. This runtime is with standard, inexpensive NP50 batteries and operating the ZMT4 at its full 50 milliwatt power output.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah. We wanted this transmitter to be optimized for both body pack and boom pole operation. With a new audio preamp, 5-volt lav power, never clip in balanced and unbalanced microphone input modes, Zaxnet remote control, internal recording with simultaneous transmission, we are delighted with the results, and we think our users will be too.
So when you say never clip, does that mean it works with the mic input as well, with the 48-volt Phantom mic input?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It's enabled for all microphone voltages, and we have increased from 3.3 volt on our previous transmitters up to 5 volts. While we didn't really feel this was necessary in the past, we did see the supply of 3.3 volt microphones potentially drying up, and we wanted to be compatible with the DPA 6060, 6061. So we decided that we would go to 5 volts, and that's worked out very, very nicely. The balanced input of the ZMT4 has been optimized with enhanced common mode rejection, minimizing noise from lighting grids, magnetic and RF interference, or any source that would benefit from having really good common mode rejection.
So where is that removal done? Is that done at the transmitter, at the input of the transmitter? Or how does that work?
Right. Common mode rejection is inherent in balanced audio transmission.
Mm-hmm.
If you're dealing with a lavalier, that's unbalanced.
Right.
So, that would give you pretty terrible rejection of those kinds of noises. And basically, the balance on this is just super, super precise. So it cancels out that kind of thing.
Got it. Okay, cool.
So, as I mentioned with NeverClip, it provides a signal free from the distortion of limiters, compressors, companders, and noise reducers. This means that with this transmitter, you don't have those distortion sources that will alter your audio that really cannot be undone in post-production. So when it comes to being as close to a hard wire as you're going to get, this is absolutely it. An increasing number of users are interested in the best kit for boom pole use, and we are too. Of course, the ZMT Phantoms have always been geared toward boom pole, with our last one, the ZMT2, supporting boom and lav. The extremely small size lends itself well to mounting on the microphone end of a boom pole, thus eliminating the weight and noise of a cable pole. With balanced Phantom power, the settings have been designed to work with microphones from 12 volts to 48 volts. With excellent transmission reliability, backup recording, and Zaxnet remote control, we feel the ZMT4 is the top choice for wireless boom.
Great. And how much does it weigh again?
It weighs about 2 ounces.
Mm-hmm.
And, there's quite a few mounting options from all the people that make boom pole mounts. So
Great.
while the standard runtime of this is, again, with a boom pole, about 4.5 hours. There are aftermarket battery accessories that would actually extend that past 10 hours using the BT100 batteries we use in the ZMT3X. So it's, when it comes to runtime on this, I mean, it's really tremendous. And of course, something that, people are so concerned with is touching the talent. And with the ZMT4, you're literally only going to have to touch the talent, once when you put it on in the morning and once after lunch to change the battery. So starting with the ZMT4, we have changed over to 5-volt lav power for all new transmitter designs. This is compatible with the 3.3 volt DPA 4063 lav. So, that many people do use on our current transmitters. So no one has to go out and buy new microphones if they're going to put in one of these ZMT4s. But of course, if they have a DPA 6060, 6061, it's going to sound absolutely amazing on this. One of the biggest new features that we have here is an all-new microphone preamp design that minimizes self-noise to a level lower than any connected microphone and maximizes the linear dynamic range of the microphone to 136 dB. The microphone preamp has adjustable gain from 0 to 56 dB. And I do want to mention that, having adjustable gain on a transmitter is, even with tremendous dynamic range, is not an optional thing. You always want to make sure that your mic pre-gain is matched properly to your A to D input. And if you don't do that, you simply pick up distortion. You just can't make up for a mismatch of the proper gain on a transmitter by raising a signal on a receiver or in a mixer. If you're only exercising 18 of 24 bits, you don't get those extra bits back. You may raise the level, but you'll raise the distortion at the same time. So, having, this tremendous 0 to 56 dB gain setting that's remote controllable is really, really important. And this is actually more control than we had on our previous transmitters.
So it's more range for your actual mic setting.
It's more range. The pack is quieter overall, and the overall dynamic range that you can accept is higher. I believe we measured it'll take somewhere around plus 10 dB before you would actually have any kind of noticeable problem, because that's just like, something around a 7-volt signal, which is way beyond the rails of the transmitter. So, it's just an amazing mic preamp that we have in here. And we've actually had this out with several beta testers over the last couple of weeks, and the response has just been amazing. So let's talk about the case a little bit, because I'm really happy with how this has worked out. So as we've been doing for many years now, the case is made from a nylon-filled material, and this is made to withstand heavy use, eliminate corrosion from salty sweat, and minimize actor discomfort with minimal heat transfer. As you can imagine, with the transmitter being so power efficient that there's literally no detectable heat output. So, that's fantastic. And that is running at the 50 milliwatt power output as well. So that's all good. The battery compartment easily opens for quick battery replacement, and the compartment is gasketed to help minimize the possibility of water entering the pack. So, of course, we have to talk about the internal recording, because Zaxcom, that's our bag, baby, so to speak. So internal recording and simultaneous transmission to the receiver is unique to Zaxcom in the United States, and that's, of course, included. The ZMT4 can not only jam timecode from Zaxnet without the need for a cable, it can do so automatically. Just switch it on, and it is jammed and ready to go. You don't have to touch anyone. You don't have to get close to anyone. It is a touch-free system, just perfect for the kind of COVID environment that we've been forced into. Of course, all the packs can replay and sync and re-record with multiple packs, and that's very unique to Zaxcom on a worldwide basis. I mean, if your talent is wearing the pack and you have multiple talent wearing the packs, from a Zaxcom recorder, you can tell the packs that they're going to queue up to a specific timecode location, and they're going to replay, and you can re-record. And this totally eliminates the need, when you're running all wireless, for a backup recorder, because the packs are the ultimate backup recorder. Because, of course, no backup recorder is able to, back up the fact that if you lose the transmission because of interference, because of range issues, you lost it. And with Zaxcom, you can sleep at night. You're not going to lose anything. So that's all great. So basically, we allow for the lost audio with RF interference and dropouts to be recovered, re-recorded, and that's, of course, with a complete timecode reference. So all Zaxcom wireless are equipped with Zaxnet. This one, of course, is no exception. Zaxnet is our long-range remote control system that allows the user to change frequency, preamp gain, put it in sleep mode, and even place the internal recorder in record, playback, and stop modes, all without ever needing to disturb the talent. They have no clue what's happening. You're not getting close to them. There's no audible sounds. It's all just a complete RF-controlled stealth system. Zaxnet typically works at line-of-sight range of 500 feet or more, depending upon the antenna, and if people sometimes include amplifiers on the Zaxnet signal. And with Zaxnet, the problem associated with Bluetooth pairing and extremely limited range for those systems that use Bluetooth are totally avoided. I mean, with this, it makes it a very reliable way to remote control the system. The ZMT audio is pretty spectacular as it is. We can measure the difference. We know, where it excels relative to the older pack. And our audio has always been known to basically be equivalent to a hard wire. And when I say equivalent to a hard wire, I'm talking about the transmission. And I've always talked about the transmission because transmission with us has always been a series of ones and zeros. Mm-hmm. That's what digital wireless is. It's nothing else, in my opinion. So, we've always had that, which whether you put ones and zeros across an RF carrier or you put ones and zeros down a hardwired cable like AES, that's a hardwired cable. Mm-hmm. The difference becomes the microphone preamp, the fact that you're not processing it, the fact that you don't have limiters, compressors, noise reducers, all that stuff that, is kind of making things sound better to the ear than it really does sound. Companders do a great job at lowering the noise of the channel, but they also affect artificially the noise floor of the microphone. So if you want to run something through a noise reducer later, well, it's already been companded. So, I know the industry is moving away from that kind of thing, but there's a lot of legacy product out there. And for anyone that takes one of these things and A/Bs it against anything else, I think they will find that, the audio quality is just really beyond anything. You're not going to get anything that sounds quote unquote better than a hard wire. And again, preamps that hook up to hardwire have their sounds. They have their noise floor, they have their linearity, they have their clipping, and that's where this really excels, that we've been able to take the mic pre and improve that part of it to really levels that are only seen by studio preamps. For extra battery life, our patented power roll is also now enabled. The older ZMT transmitters didn't have that. That was something that was common to our LA transmitters. So we have that again now in this. This feature will extend the battery life about 10% more by lowering the transmitter output power while the associated Zaxcom recorder is in stop mode. When record mode is entered, the transmitter's power automatically returns back to its higher power setting. So because the Zaxcom digital recording wireless is designed specifically for location sound, it is easily deployed in a sound bag, a sound cart, in studio venues. The ability for the Zaxcom system to provide all functionality in every setting provides unlimited possibilities for a single ZMT4 pack to become not only our new standard, but the standard for the customers as well. So that's basically the full rundown on the pack.
Got it. And pricing similar to the ZMT Phantom 2?
Relatively speaking, we're talking about the same ballpark, certainly. No more than the ZMT Phantom 2. It's right in there.
Okay, and what does this mean for the rest of the ZMT line? Because essentially this can do what the ZMT3 does and the ZMT Phantom 2. So will they be discontinued,
right. Well,
or will they still
those
be
products are going to be maintained. Here. Basically, the ZMT2 Phantom, that product will go end of life because with this at the same price and basically all the enhanced features, people are going to want to purchase this product. Okay. Because the regular ZMT3 is a lower price product, I believe $1750 or $1745. That product will remain as, basically a less expensive, but of course quite capable ZMT transmitter.
Great. Okay. Anything else we should know?
I think that's about it. I think the only thing I want to do is thank you for your time and all the great work that you do in informing people about the products that we have and that our competitors have. And, let's keep people supported and see how it goes.
Okay, great. Well, Glenn, thanks so much for taking the time to be with us. And if you'd like to watch this video again or other videos, you can visit us online at gothamsound.tv. We're also on Facebook and Instagram and I believe Twitter. So you can check us out there. If you have any questions, comments, please leave it below or email us at info@gothamsound.com. And as always, call us to ask any additional questions that you might have about this
One more
product.
thing. Mm-hmm. All the audio for this presentation has been going through the ZMT4, every bit, from me.
Great. Not me. I do not have one. All right. Awesome, Glenn. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nick. Take care.